Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to this cozy story time. I'm so glad you've joined me today. Tonight's tale is safe and gentle, perfect for children, teenagers, and adults alike. So, wherever you are, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's begin a story that feels like a warm blanket on a quiet evening. Our story begins in a little town, tucked between rolling hills and flowering meadows. At the very edge of this town stood a small stone cottage, with roses climbing its walls and a garden full of lavender and daisies. The cottage belonged to Mrs. Clara, a middle-aged woman with kind eyes and a soft voice. She loved her garden, her teapot collection, and the way the morning sunlight spilled through her kitchen window. Clara lived a peaceful life, tending to her flowers, baking bread, and waving to her neighbors as they passed her picket fence. But one summer evening, as the sky turned pink and the crickets began their song, she noticed something unusual. In the far corner of her garden, near the old oak tree, she saw a shimmer of pale light. It wasn't the moon, it was too early for that. Nor was it a lantern, it flickered softly, like a candle floating in the air. Clara leaned closer, her heart calm but curious. And then, just for a moment, she thought she saw a figure, a gentle outline, almost transparent, standing among the flowers. The figure did not frighten her. Instead, Clara felt an odd, soothing comfort, as though the garden itself had decided to share a secret with her. The next evening, Clara set her teapot on the table and lit a small lamp in her kitchen. She couldn't forget the shimmering figure by the oak tree. Instead of fear, she felt a quiet anticipation, as though she was waiting for an old friend to knock at her door. When she stepped outside, the air smelled of honeysuckle. And there, once again, near the oak tree, the figure appeared clearer now. It was a woman, dressed in old-fashioned clothes, her expression kind and gentle. Her presence carried no chill, only a warmth that matched the summer night. Clara smiled nervously but kindly. "Hello," she whispered. The figure seemed to nod, though no words passed between them. Clara did the most natural thing she could think of. She went inside, poured a second cup of tea, and carried it to the garden table. She set it down opposite her seat, steam curling into the night air. For a while, Clara sat sipping her tea, and though the ghost never touched the cup, she felt less alone. A soft breeze rustled the roses, and she realized this presence was not here to haunt her, but to share the quiet beauty of the world. From then on, whenever Clara sat in her garden at twilight, the ghostly figure would appear, always calm, always peaceful. It became a gentle companionship, like two souls finding comfort in each other's silence. As the weeks passed, Clara came to cherish her quiet evenings in the garden. She began to plant new flowers near the oak tree, roses, lilies, and forget-me-nots, almost as if she were creating a gift for her silent visitor. One evening, as the sun dipped low, Clara looked toward the oak tree and saw the ghost more clearly than ever before. The woman's eyes seemed to shine with gratitude. She lifted her hand in a soft gesture, as though saying goodbye. Then, like mist in the morning light, she slowly faded. Clara felt no sadness. Instead, she felt warmth spread through her heart, like sunlight after a rain. She understood. The spirit had found peace, and her garden had helped. From then on, Clara often told her neighbors, "Gardens remember. They hold love, laughter, and sometimes even whispers from the past." Her visitors would smile, thinking it only a poetic phrase, but Clara knew the truth. And so, the cottage with roses on its walls became known as a place of peace. Children loved to play there, neighbors came to rest among the flowers, and Clara always welcomed them with tea. And as we close this story, my friends, I thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this tale, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and return for more cozy stories. Until next time, may your evenings be filled with peace, your gardens with blooms, and your heart with gentle wonder.